Hello and welcome to Arid Heights, scenario number 54 in our quest to play everything in Open RCT2. I always liked this scenario as a kid because there were no financial constraints whatsoever. You just had to keep your guests happy. So I think it would be a fun opportunity for us to, embrace that and build some cool stuff. Obviously, there's no money involved, which means we don't have to worry about how much things cost, but there's also no advertising. There's no control over research either. I don't think. Okay, I can't control the frequency, but I can control what gets unlocked. Let's actually take some time and look at this. We've got monorail. There are clearly two rails. That is a train, and I have betrayed all of you because you know how much I love trains. Ferris wheel, maze, merry-go-round, observation tower. Decent selection of roller coasters. We definitely need more thrill rides. Let's have them focus on that. And then standard with that, and this is okay. All right, we'll go with that. But, of course, to start, I do always like to put a merry-go-round in. I'll leave a little bit of space here in case I want to put a train. And, yeah, I think that is going to be okay. It's also worth noting we can't close the park because that involves money. So we can't do the trick where we have the no entrance sign and keep guests in the park. They're going to get really mad, and then the park rating is going to be low, and then we fail. So obviously that's bad. Let's get this open, and then we can actually have sounds that are not my mouth making weird noises into the microphone. Very good. Now, yeah, right on cue. We've got all of these different types of designs we can build with absolutely no cost restrictions. But honestly, a lot of these custom designs are kind of weird. Doesn't mean we can't build them. It just means we need to find a spot and make sure that it makes sense. But I kind of want to, if we have the ability, I kind of want to make a big wooden coaster. I never get to build those. And there's some of these, maybe we don't have them unlocked here, but some of these that are multiple tracks of the same kind of design. So this right here, 7.7 excitement, 8.9 intensity, 18 grand to build, so obviously that's not an issue. Ah yes, wooden loop dude. I remember doing this one. I thought there were some better ones in here. Oh, that's kind of cool. 24 grand. Yeah, well, guess what? Doesn't matter now. So this goes into a corner nicely. What if we did... Okay, well, not that corner. We don't have any awkward corner come out things. No. All right, so that's about the best I could do with that. Where the park entrance, the right entrance is on that side. So what if I just did... what if I just did something like this? Right there. Why are these different colors? That's kind of weird, but this is where they leave from. So what if we did... Ah. That's not going to work. That's not going to work. That does work. Let's go for that. Yeah, we need to get this all configured here. Do we want blue cues? I'm going to go for yellow. I think that's a better color for this anyhow. There we go. I don't think we need to have crazy long cues, but that is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 tiles. Should be more than enough. And then I want to come on the other side here and get this more or less same length. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 to here. And I think I have to go... Okay, I have to go one more. Yeah, so we just get those both connected like that. And we can't go directly in the middle because, well, that's just not how it works, but I think I can have this come out somewhere on the other side of this. We bring this out to about there. Okay, so that goes underneath. We don't want it to go underneath. We want it to... Nope. Nope. Come on. One more. That is too high. There we go. That works. Let's get ourselves some benches. And that should be... There we go. Should be decent. Of course, we want to have trash cans on the slopes, as one does. Oh, we don't have to worry about hiring too many staff. So you know what that means. 20 handymen right off the bat. Let's do 10 mechanics. Then we can have a bunch of entertainers as well. And it does randomize those, so we're good. People are going to be entertained, and they're going to be happier about it. Maybe. I love not having the restrictions of all that stuff. So that gives us a decent roller coaster. Now, this isn't going to start going if it's set to synchronize. So we do have to untick that and then retick it so it can actually go. I always thought it was kind of weird that this design only had 3 trains to it. But, you know, you can only do what you can only do. So there's always going to be a spare train, unless I modify this to have slightly shorter trains. But that could have adverse effects on track geometry, or I guess track geometry could have adverse effects on train length. I just don't know. I don't remember. I built this one before, but I don't remember how it performs. I guess we can watch. So that'll go there. Okay. It can make it up that hill. That's probably one of the worst ones. As long as this goes... Yeah, that's plenty of speed. Okay, so what we're going to do... I know these people are about to be super mad. I want 4 trains. It's not going to let me do 4 trains. What if I go down to... There we go. 3 cars per train might not cut it. Let's run a test. And just see if this one can get around here. I'm very curious. We don't need to wait for that. 'Cause it's possible there might not be enough momentum to get up the hill. Oh, no, that did it okay. What about here? No? Alright. Well, I'll set that blue one off, and then I'm going to leave that on. Oh. Okay. That's, it's not exactly what I wanted, but we'll go with that. We'll go with that. We need to name this thing, too. We can't just have the default thing. What in the world am I going to call this? I guess it'll just be boring. We'll call it Racing Wooden Coaster. There we go. Just because, so I can look at it on the ride list, and not just be a jumble of letters and numbers. As a reminder, we cannot let the park rating fall below 700, I think it is. And right now it's 763. And we're researching a thrill ride. We've already developed the Enterprise. Not a bad ride. I'm not going to be able to fit this underneath anything, basically. But I can raise it up to this level. It's going to rotate up toward the Ferris wheel, the roller coaster. Man, that's not good. Put this here. It'll be all right. Get this thing locked in right here. Don't need to have huge queues. In fact, it's probably better not to have big ones at all, because then the guests will get antsy waiting. Okay, so why was that train completely empty? Even if they... Alright. I'm going to not attempt to understand. So that's off and running. Should be okay. Got tons and tons and tons of staff. If we have the time and we have the money, then there's no reason not to make interesting, neat-looking stuff if we can do that. I'm going to make a little food court right here. And what I'm going to do is have this come out. You know, actually, I don't like that path. I don't like that path type on sand. Red and brown. There we go. Yeah, we'll just do this. So if I come out to here, and we make this a thing where you can pass through to get to something else, then I should have room. I know we don't have a lot right now, but it's going to give me space for donuts, going to give me space for caramel apples. That's the wrong side. No, no, no. You must rotate. There you go. And then we got drinks. We've got the information kiosk. Which, honestly, information kiosk should go here. We'll move the drink stall. Now, we can't charge for the umbrellas. We can randomize them. It's probably not going to rain much on this map anyway, because we're in a desert, but... Drink stall there. And then, restroom. Put one there. And then, as we unlock more stuff, we can get that, situated. I'm going to put one more path here. One more path here, and then I'm going to go out this way, and then out this way. And the reason I'm going to do that is that when you place the benches on the end, you get 3 of them. And I think that is going to be a nice little place for them to go sit and eat. So okay, that's actually it's actually doing something. They don't really race very well, do they? It doesn't seem like it's a very fair race, although loading of guests on there could have something to do with it. All right, so that's obviously way before. But then this inside track should let it catch up a little bit. If it's just really that bad. I remember this being a pretty good one. All right, well, I guess I was wrong. Oh well, it's still something. We got this. What is this? Like a Old West robber or something? Entertainer 5. What costume are you wearing? Bandit costume. Okay, well that makes sense. You know, as soon as we get go-karts, we're going to have to make a crazy go-kart track, right? Spinning Wild Mouse is a good one. We have our custom one that's, you know, okay, but... Oh, these don't have the scenery. Aw, that's too bad. The scenery is like half the fun with some of these. 3D cinema. The one we love to hate. Now, putting this in with the other roller coasters is a good way to get some extra bonus points. Let's fix this so that we have the queue look decent. And since we have all of this up here, I am going to come down... Nope, no I'm not. Oh, that's also the wrong type of path. Good job. I'm going to have this come down past this. And then... Nope, still can't. Wait, if I'm doing that... No, I'll just come right off of here. That's going to make so much more sense. Okay, I can't go down. Can't go down. But I can go down here. And that's going to give us a good opportunity to get this all connected. Put a couple more rides over here. Eventually, I do want to have a path that goes more or less around the outside here. Assuming we get to do that, because, you know, the scenario is going to end as soon as we get to 2,000 guests no matter what. We'll see. We'll see. We have options. You always have options. 3D cinema is not that exciting. Twist/scrambled eggs is also not very exciting. But it gives us, you know, a way to soak up some guests who otherwise would take up a bunch of space in the park. That goes there. Oh, I don't have any cool scenery either. That's too bad. How about a big palm tree right here? Why not? Because we can. It doesn't cost us anything. Is that King Kong over there? Yeah, I've got space here. Why don't we do a path straight through this? We can have some more stalls over here. Since we're not paying for it, we might as well have a decent selection of things around the park for these guys to go do and buy. Donuts and candy apples. There you go. Donuts, candy apples, and some drinks. Boy, a dentist's worst nightmare. Or I guess their dentist's best friend, depending on how you look at it. I don't want to build another one of these quite yet. Observation Tower, I felt like has always kind of been a nothing burger of a ride. But if you have, you know, you got a decent thing to look at, then that might be something good to do later. What are we, 28th of May. We also can't accelerate this, of course. But we did our wooden coaster. We've got this guy unlocked. I never build the stand-up coasters, usually. That thing is a nightmare. This could be neat, but it's very intense. And I don't know that I want to build too many of those. Let's go back here. Looping coaster. I remember there being a bunch of good designs in this. Some of them crazy, some of them actually... yes, the two Fizzlies with different excitement and intensity ratings, because that makes sense. Jellyfish, rattlesnake, shockwave. That looks like a Six Flags type ride. Shuttle loop, of course. Stingray, turbine. Another kind of Six Flags ride with no scenery. Whoa! $77,000. Well, you know, there's no other time like the present when we don't have to worry about cost to do some of these crazy things. So, well, obviously, like, something like this, like, no. I used to build stuff like that when I was a kid. Like, why don't the people like the roller coaster? It's because it's bad. It looks cool, but it's not good. All right, where's the $77,000 stupid coaster? I have to find it again. There it is. Good Lord. All right. This is really ridiculously dumb. However, that's awesome. Look at that. Look at that. Okay, now putting... I can't do that there because the path isn't going to let me connect. I think as long as I've got room, let's just test this real quick. Because not the coaster, but I needed to test if I can actually build path out of these. Oh, okay. Yeah, that works. I don't want to make a huge long queue, but I do think I'm going to have to make a decent size one. Then that'll go there. Let's do this exact same thing on this side. Once again, isometric view absolutely betrays my sense of depth. I can't get down low enough to go underneath unless I go down here and then go down. Yeah, go down again. Then go up. And then do this. Yeah, that's not bad. What are we going to call this thing? How many trains does it have? How are you going to do it? Okay, this clearly got lost somewhere in whatever these guys are trying to do, because you have to have two trains. You have to have two trains for this. How are you gonna not have two trains? I do need to let that go. And then I don't think I want to open it yet. But we can have this go all the way through our little food court area. And then send this up. I'll go to the far side. There we go. That'll connect nicely through there. Give them a reason to come through. Trash cans on the slopes, as we always do. Give them a bench or two. Or 6. And then, what are we going to name this? It kind of reminds me of, well, now I forgot. There's some major fashion brand that uses this kind of motif. I don't remember what it's called. Because I just wear the same t-shirts and $15 khaki shorts every day. It kind of looks like an iced cinnamon roll. There we go. I'm going to call this cinnamon roll. Cinnamon roll racers. There you go. What a stupid name. It's kind of a long roller coaster. Sheesh. How is it still going? Okay. I guess I'm just going to open it. And now we have to wait for these fine folks to come and take a ride on cinnamon roll racers. It might not actually get anybody in here until they all go. Alright, well, you know what? We have the technology. Let's go ahead and... that is a long... that's a long lift hill. Yeah, that's going to take its sweet time coiling around here. It does look neat, though, doesn't it? Alright, well, I'm not going to waste any more of your time sitting here watching a roller coaster, so we will speed that up. See if it gets back into the station at roughly the same time. It seems like it's keeping up pretty well with itself. Yeah, pretty close. I don't know why nobody's riding on this one. Oh, there's 2 people. All right. Well, we don't need to sit here and evaluate that too much. Swinging inverter ship, motion simulator. We got to get go-karts at some point, right? Wow, this is packed. 44 people in line, 48 people in line, and on the ride we have 48. Okay, that's not looking too bad. 16 people on the ride there, 24 in the line. Can't really complain too much. Is that starting? No, I went the wrong way. Starting, or it looks like it is. Is it going to raise up? Yeah, there it goes. Is it going to intersect with the track? It shouldn't. That sure does come close. Alright. 3 people in line for this one. 4 people in line for this one. 10 people on the ride. What rating did this... Okay, yeah. 8.46, very high. It's a 3-minute ride. Over a mile. Like a mile and a third. Wow. As long as the guests like it, that's what matters. Swinging inverter ship is a good way to, you know, soak up a couple guests from the pathing area. I don't really have a good way of getting another thing in here. Let's actually build the queue around so I can actually get most of a full ride in there. Yeah, I think we can be okay with that. We built 3 roller coasters and 3 thrill rides, and we already have 500 guests. I don't know, this might not end up being a super long scenario. But yeah, motion simulator and stuff is perfect for areas like this, depending on how you want to put all of your different pieces. In fact, before I get too comfortable here, yeah, if I put some there, and that's a very, very easy thing for us to just, no, not that. Very easy thing for us to just pop in, not have to worry about it. This one's doing the aviators. I've done the thing before where I can put in both of these. And then, oh, that's not going to work. I'm going to have that come out this way for 3, and then that can come out there. You know, I was going to put some sort of... Yeah, it's fine. No, actually, I want this one to be thrill riders. So that way, guests never complain. They just go to the other one. What else? Oh, I need to put in a queue here. Alright, so, you know, it's not perfect, but they do have the same queue length. That should be okay. Now we're just kind of at the mercy of... Well, there's no time limit on this, but we're at the mercy of whatever we can research. So by that logic, there's no reason not to have this on extreme turbo speed at all times. Just so we unlock stuff faster. If we're not going to get go-karts, then we will need to go ahead and research some other stuff. Because I do think there's some other water rides we can get that might be kind of fun. It's a desert, so they should be popular. I'd like a log flume, because you can make a huge log flume that can have a lot of capacity. Top spin. Okay. Well, I mean, that's still not a bad one. It's just... Yep, everything is it's going pretty well. Alright, top spin. Yeah, I do build a lot of these. I really shouldn't complain. This is a pretty good ride. So what if we built 3 top spins and then had them all connected together here? Let me see if I can articulate what I'm trying to do. Top spin 1, top spin 2, and then top spin 3. I'm going to keep these all up so we can coordinate stuff. And then I just have these like that. So, top spin 1 is actually the first one we put in. I know that doesn't... Oh, splash boats? That's another good one. I'm just going to let this keep going on turbo speed. We're not having any problems. We'll have beginner mode, we'll have intense mode, we'll have berserk mode. We'll just keep the stuff there. Those will need to be opened, and then I have to build queues for everything. So, since these are kind of tiered, what if we did green, yellow, and red? Oh, this is going to annoy me to no end because it says, oh, I don't have any paths things. So let's slow that back down. So green is for easy. We'll go for that. Yellow is for medium. And then red is for hard. There we go. Let's get this going all the way across. That goes all the way back to there. This goes all the way back to here. This goes all the way back to here. I know, very creative path layout, huh? And then I will have this connect all the way back to here. And then we've got a space here. We can put something, maybe. See, the rest of these flat rides don't really have a lot of popularity. Castle Maze is too big. Mini Maze actually might be a decent thing to pop in here. Yeah, okay. There we go. I'm going to change this from wooden fences to... Yeah, we can go back to wooden fences. Never mind. That's fine. You don't really need a queue for a maze most of the time, because you can just have a bunch of guests in the maze. I don't know what this is set to. 4? I think we can do 8, and I will extend this just a touch. I see trash on the ground. Put in a couple of trash cans because you have to have trash cans. Okay, that's looking good. I did see splash boats. And this, like I said, is a very good design. This double drop especially is very good at soaking up extra guests. Pardon the pun. So if I flop this around, I want that to go this way. Now, there's no rule saying that I have to have this be as dense as it is here, but I do tend to think it makes a little bit more sense to do it that way. You can put a bunch of boats in this and get like 148 or 150 people on the ride. It is 3 boats. I think I've done 10 before and not had any problems, but we'll go to 8. And then I am going to change the queue line. Queue line, of course, it's just a queue or a line. It's not both. There we go. I like all these to match. Let's get in here. And then we'll get this just hooked up to right like that. All right. So, oh yeah, they're going to do that. They're going to do that, and it's going to be kind of annoying. But if we get enough people in here, then the spacing actually works out pretty nicely. We just have to have full boat load. We probably also don't need guests to go all the way back in there, so why don't we just make that a no entry sign so nobody gets super annoyed, super lost. We're already approaching halfway, man. It's only October of year 1. I did want to build a coaster, like design it, but I don't have enough coaster types I really want to work with yet. Jet skis for the boat hire. Yeah, there you go. I guess we'll just go back on the turbo mode here. Yeah, the bad thing is if you don't have a lot of guests ready, waiting to go, then the people who are still on the ride get kind of annoyed that they can't get off the ride until you have everything operating really smoothly. Then they just barely wait at all. Should I reduce the interval? Let's go down to 15 seconds. That should help. There is there is a limit you get to. Okay, this looks fine. Let that run for just a little bit longer. As long as they can just continuously board, we're good. I think we're going to be fine. I already have that there. I guess I should put in a couple of benches. Could actually extend this. I don't think we're ever going to fill the queue up, but you never know. I do think this is about the limit of number of boats we can reasonably do. Get up to 130 some people. That's full, about 100. Okay. We had what now? Oh yeah, the launched free fall. Pirate ship. Don't really care about that. I want another water ride. I want a log flume. Let me get a log flume. Or something like that. Because there's some crazy log flume designs we can do. Side friction's not really that great of a coaster. The classic mini ones, you can actually build a pretty impressive large format version of this. But it's almost never worth the money. But if you don't have money to worry about, then that's not really that big of a deal now, is it? Okay, water ride, 19th of April. Give me a log flume, please and thank you. See what happens when you ask nicely. So I guess that'll be the next fun thing we put in. I've gotten a lot of people on a log flume before. Still looking good here? Yeah, alright. I think I will add shops and stalls into there, and then we'll do scenery and theming maybe later, depending on how long this takes us. Oh boy, log flume time! We've got some of these bigger ones here. By bigger ones, I mean this is the only bigger one. It's $10,000 log flume, which no sane person would ever attempt. Fortunately, we are not sane. And there's actually multiple stations. Oh, this is like an interwoven, not quite dueling log flumes, but I think that could be fun. So, if I put this right about here, I can get something in. Let's move this over this way, maybe? Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so we want the entrance to be close. Actually, we want the walking before they get in the queue to be as short as possible. So I don't know, this might not make any sense depending on how you want to look at it, but I think it's gonna be fine. Now, 12 boats. No. Those are rookie numbers. Because remember, we have two stations. 36 boats. 36 boats, boys and girls. That actually might not be enough boats. That might not be enough boats. We need 18 boats to go through. That's 4, that's 5, that's 6, that's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So that is exactly half the boats. I did do 36, right? Yes. Okay. Okay, so they're going to have to wait until one more of these comes in. And, oh. Okay, well, I guess that's fine. I'm going to let that just stay in test mode. It's like, you know, when you're playing Satisfactory, you got factories where you use manifolds instead of... Oh, really? Oh, man. Oh, that's a pain. Oh, I've got to come underneath this now. All right. Okay, that's bad. So, new plan. After all of this, I've got to close it so I can move the exit to the other side of this. Oh boy, I do want those to be the same. Actually, I should move it one more. Yeah, because I have to be able to get it back behind this before I do anything else. All right. Well, it's fine. It is what it is. You also don't want too long of a queue, especially if you have a ton of these boats in here, because then people get really I get really upsetty spaghetti with you. So that's going to connect there. Very easy. Let's bring this... Ah, yes. Is it razor lower land? No, it is not. Let's just get this popped in here. And then this turns around. We are going to have to go... Yeah, we're going to have to go, for this case, probably over. And then back down. And then like that. Okay. So now, I'm thinking 36 boats isn't enough. So... You know the drill. We have to count boats again. So that's 6. I'm not going to count every single one of those out loud or else you guys would go absolutely insane. That's 10. Or I could just look at the numbers on the boats too. That is the thing. I need boat 24 to leave, which is now this one. I guess I take this out of turbo speed. Yeah, so this is the boat that has to leave, boat 24. And as soon as that one is done, then I turn on synchronize. And it should leave in just a moment. There we go. So now it's synchronized. And boat 1, that's boat 2. Where's boat 1? Boat 1's here. Is just about to pull into the first station. I think, folks, that is going to be adequate for what we're doing. And now it's open. Maximum waiting time of 28 seconds may prove not to be a great idea. In fact, well, it's not going to affect the one that's already in there. But since this is already in the station, maybe it'll wait. Because there's going to be people waiting to get on this thing. And then this will just go no matter what. Theoretically. Because it says wait for any load. Alright, so come on, boat 1 and boat 25. There we go, perfectly synchronized. Although part of me thinks 48 boats might not be enough. How does Handyman 1 still not have a location? How did that happen? Poor guy's been hanging in limbo for the past 38 minutes. These are actually being fairly busy. Well, there's no reason not to have more mechanics, so let's go for 20 mechanics. Oh, there we go. Let's go for 50 handymen. No vomit anywhere detected. No, there's just handymen everywhere. Do I want to have security guards? Ideally, I don't need security guards. I think we're probably going to be okay without them. So that is boat 28. We still have boat 48 that hasn't left yet. Which, I'm growing more and more concerned that that we're gonna have. Oh, where does this connect? Is that to here, to here, to here? This is boat 1. Yeah. I'm growing more and more concerned that boat 1 is not even going to be in the station by the time they get back. Or this is going to be backed up still, way outside of that. I don't know. I don't normally play with unlimited budget, so I get excited and I think, you know what, I should do something really neat, and then something incredibly cursed happens instead. And that's an empty one. That's boat 12. So we essentially started with boat 25 being loaded on this other one and boat 1 being loaded on this one. So if we take a look at boat numbers... This is... Okay, that's boat 1. What is the lowest number boat that has nobody in it? 22, 21, 23. So we should, in theory, have boat 24 also. And then boat 25 has nobody in it. Why? Oh, because that's the first one. This is boat 26. Okay. All right, we're good. We're good. I was just curious. Okay, yeah, we still don't have boat 1 coming all the way up over here. This is, of course, boat 1. Yeah, okay, they're not going to have to wait that long. Maybe we accidentally did something right. By the time this gets around to the end of the line, the rest of these 4 boats should basically be gone. And we already have 164 people on the ride. Okay. Okay. But they are, hopefully, not going to have to wait too long because they have to wait for this to be done. Once this fully balances out, I don't think it's going to be a problem. Although I do see this being a thing. You can't really see, but there are a couple boats here, and these people in this boat do have to wait. It looks like everybody got off here. That's boat 47, boat 48, and it let him off of boat 1, I guess, as soon as it actually stopped and stayed stopped. We'll check and see. Yeah, okay, it lets him off. Good. Good, 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 good. I think spacing-wise, we might have just a few too many boats. If I lower the minimum waiting time, let's go to 12 seconds, that could slightly improve things. Ooh, we got stalls. Oh, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I love when we get these weird random food stalls. Do we have tentacles yet? No, we do not. Okay, cotton candy. It's always a good one. Popcorn. Again, dentist extreme wealth any percent speed run is basically what all the amusement park food is. You can't eat hats unless you lose a bet. T-shirt stall, and then the souvenir stall sells other stuff. Well, might as well. What color T-shirts do we want? Red's kind of a fun color. I guess we could just leave red. Hat stall. Choose a different color for that. Let's do blue hats. Red versus blue. There you go. Why are we on the Box Canyon? Nobody knows. Is that show still going? Like I have to. Oh, actually, no. Rooster Teeth got in some stuff. So I don't think they're still doing red versus blue. Man, I loved watching that stuff. Fruity Ices stall, because we can't legally call it ice cream without a minimum percentage of dairy content. You know, it's rare that RollerCoaster Tycoon starts lagging on a modern computer. But I think we might be there. All right, some more ice cream over here. Popcorn. And then I just want to make sure we have a decent representation of a bunch of different things. And that should be all the extra food. No, cotton candy. Missing cotton candy for sure. There we go. All right, now, Double Drop has 60-some people in line. We've got 112 people on the ride. And we are still waiting for this boat to have clearance to leave. We may have put too many boats in, but I guess it's okay. 39 people are in that queue. 43 people are in that queue. There are 168 people on the ride. And it doesn't seem like people are waiting that long, so... It's 35% satisfaction. Ah, yes. I want to get off Mr. Bones' Wild Ride. Our favorite song. All right, well, the growth of the population seems to have slowed down considerably. So why don't we, instead of doing anything incredibly stupid, I have that blocked off. This is a very long entrance-exit thing. I kind of want to connect the expansion path to this, but then that's going to drive less traffic to this thing. Maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe we just don't want to worry about it. Maybe we come over here and do something. Yeah, remember when I said I was going to leave space around for everything else? And then I did not do that? Good times. This middle thing is begging for something else. Oh, I forgot. I can't click on that. We still have stuff to research. I don't know that we need to do any more shops and stalls unless they've already decided. Oh, there we go. That'll be the last one, I guess. I don't think there's that many more water rides that are worth doing. Thrill rides and roller coasters probably makes more sense. Yeah, because we built most of these that I actually care about. Escape hatch. Escape hatch is good. We know there's nothing wrong with that. So, let's Let's see where I can put one of these. I could... Oh, this is a nice, simple way to fill out this space. Yeah, let's go for that. So then I can also put in this here, a nice 2-piece queue. That'll work. Yeah, no path leading from its exit. It's fine, don't worry about it. I really don't care about side friction. Stand-up shuttle loop. This thing is calling to me. Like, it feels like something that would be really fun and also kind of annoying. So, do I want to... Well, you already know the answer is yes. But do I want to put this in somewhere over here? Does that raise it and hide it all? That does. This does not. Okie dokie then. I need to figure out what I can actually... I can't put that there. I only want multiples of 2 in between so I can do doubling back. Alright, that works. And then that goes there. What in the world am I going to call this? I named that after cinnamon rolls. Oh, we didn't name the log flume. What did I call that? Ah, yes, racing wooden coaster. This is a stand-up coaster, and it also has... It's got blue... Is that black or dark blue? I guess it's black and gold. We're going to be boring. Racing stand-up. It's fine. Oh, we don't need to worry about it. Oh, you know what? This is going to potentially cause us some issues, but let me check and see here. If I make the curly queue here and have that come across all the way up, and then I just have to figure out how to link it later. Nope, that's not the right button. Let's do that. Let's go all the way around. And then have that come all the way back around. Now, it's going to play us our favorite song if we try to cross here. So what we can do instead, I think, obviously can't go down. Going up may not be advisable. However, if I go up 2, and then go around, come down to here, and then go down. Yeah, that'll work. It's maybe not the best approach ever for this, but what I think is going to make sense is, of course, can't go that way because the coaster's in the way. Yeah, we'll come down. We'll come down to here. And then I'm going to connect this to... What's the closest I can get without it being... And that's going to displace the pylons, and, we'd have to construct additional pylons. I'm going to break my mouse hitting the button here. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect this. My brain is going all sorts of different directions today. Walk past all of these things to get to this other part of the park. Can we click on the duck? We can. That's still going. People really don't like going on water rides when it's raining, which, can't say I understand that one, but now we've got all this space in the back here. Ah, yes, the tentacles. There you go. That's what I want to eat. Go to a theme park. I want to eat tentacles. They couldn't call it calamari. They couldn't call it whatever. They had to name the food in game tentacles. Then you can give people free tentacles. That sounds suboptimal, I guess we'll say. There we go. Come and get your tentacles. Yeah, tentacles sold too. I bet you did. I'd love to have a new... roller coaster! Yeah, Corkscrew's a good one. 8th of May? Drink water, it's good for you. How are we doing on mechanics? Okay, those aren't all busy. I didn't hire any security guards. We don't need them. These guys are all doing something. Yeah, let's take a look at the corkscrew coaster. This one should... Oh, yeah, we got a lot of ideas. What kind of stupid thing can I build? 24,000? No, that's not going to do. No, that's cool. 28,005. 17, 9, 21. I always thought this one was funny. Okay, where's the $28,000 one? 24,000. Oh, this one was black. There it is. Oh, yeah, look at that. And it's only one station, too. So why don't we... Yeah, why don't we do one of these numbers? I can have the path kind of go around this, maybe? That is cool. That's completely ridiculous. That's might cause problems unless I put that... I could put that there, but it's not gonna, it's not gonna let me do anything. We're gonna have to get creative with this one. Let's see, what can I do? Ah, yes. Roller coaster in the way. Okay, let's put that there. I don't think we're gonna need much of a longer queue than that. Maybe, honestly, maybe we want one. Maybe we want one. I'll give it to him. Then I know I can... Ah, never mind. I knew there was a reason I didn't do that. Nope, can't do that. What about... Nope, can't do that. What about that? Okay, no, I clicked the wrong button. What about that? Nope, can't do that. What about that? Can do that. Established that was a possibility. And then... There we go. We'll just call this good enough. Now, if I can get this to go down... Nope. Roller coaster in the way. What about going straight out? Okay, that works. So instead of this going all the way down, if we know we can't go all the way down, let's just come across and just link up like that. Spiral Boy. I know that's not what it's called, but it's fine. Oh, I never opened this. Okay, just gotta let that one first train go. And then they can race. As long as they both leave at the same time. Should be okay. There we go. Coming up on 1,600 guests. It looks like it's doing okay. Yeah, oh, wow, look at all these people that bought the hats and the shirts. Well, bought is a very strong word because everything's free. So I guess, yay. Marketing worked, but boy oh boy, is that's a lot of blue. Whoa, yeah, this one's, oh, I don't ever build these water coasters. What makes sense? It's kind of neat looking. 14,000. Where can I put the water coaster? Is it going to fit in here? It doesn't look like it will. This would be a good spot for one, though. So maybe one of these other designs? Spruce Goose. Well, I don't think the actual Spruce Goose had a flight like that. It was very, very short. Splash-tastic. Fossil Folly. What a whimsical name. What if we just did... What if we just did, like, right about... because I need this to be high enough. I think this is fine. Let's check our paths here. Oh, I'm used to this being on the other side. Let's move that. Get over there. Alright, Fossil Folly in the way. If I come back here, then I have that. Ah, yes, Fossil Folly in the way. Let's go down. Oh, that's actually the correct height. Okay. Well, there you go. Fossil Folly open for business. Come and get wet on a roller coaster. It's kind of interesting, the interchangeability of the log flume and the regular coaster tracks with absolutely no water leakage whatsoever. Kind of impressive. It seems like these people aren't... there they go. They weren't flocking to all of these things. And that's, you know, it's looking pretty healthy. We've got a decent bit of coasters here. 192 people on the ride. Wow. Double Drop has 81 people. All right, I think it's time for Double Drop to, you know, go down to maybe 6 boats instead. Is that an astronaut? When did they get it? When was there an astronaut costume in this game? Well, anyway, we're at 1,727 guests. I just need another 273. I want to make sure our path can still, you know, go somewhere. I don't really have anything to connect over there. It's actually a surprising amount of the park we've used. I think it would be to our benefit to have this whole thing connect around the outside, but I want to fill this with coasters. Or at least put a couple other ones in. Now the Twister is another one that could be a nice big one. Medusa. There you go. Steel Twister. And Time Twister, basically the same exact thing. $52,000. Oh. We have to do it. We absolutely have to. We're never going to have another chance. $188,000. Oh my God. Oh, look at this. Look at this. It's absolutely incredible. Oh, it's not going to let me do it. Oh. Okay, well, you know what? You know what else I can do? Is I can just fix this. I don't have to wait. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Just fix the terrain. Bend it to your will so you can make the stupid roller coaster. Oh, I love it when this happens. I love it when this happens. What was that called? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I don't see it shadowing us because there's too much going on and I didn't actually need to worry about it. What if, can I do this? Too high for supports. What do you mean it's too high for supports? There's no... Oh, man. Is this one of those things that can't be built unless you have the exact right terrain height and it doesn't... Oh, man. We could have had it all. We could have had it all. Instead, we have to suffer with mediocrity. Let that be a lesson to you. I don't know what that lesson would be, but... 52,955. That's like a price of a fully loaded minivan these days. Wish I could build a roller coaster for $52,000. All right, well, fully loaded minivan it is. That's what I'm going to name that. Okay. Oh, this is 2. That's 2 stations again, isn't it? Okay. Let's zoom in here. All right, this isn't going to get any lower. Actually, you know, I shouldn't, if I'm going to have these paths all connect, then I need to make sure I can get around. Which means this can go over. We'll do that. We'll do that. This is the, which one of these is the exit from the station? I don't see any, is that a booster track? I feel like it has to be. Or is this... Oh, this is the coaster that doesn't have to have the... what do you call it? All right, well. I think we'll be okay. Before I forget. There you go. If I can spell. Fully loaded minivan. This is... No! Fully loaded minivan in the way. Can I do that? I'm just gonna assume this is fine. Let's check this. Isometric view has betrayed me once again. I don't think I can go down, right? Okay. So we know we have to go out on that side at least. That is not even anywhere close. Out, up, up, out. All right. I'll do this because I want them to be able to actually have space. Yeah, and then we'll come in. No, not there. There we go. Now I have to check and see if that actually... No, not even close. All right. Up, out. And then I suppose there's probably no other way to avoid than doing this. And then probably what I'm going to do... I know I said I didn't want to do it this way, but I feel like it's basically unavoidable. Come around here. And then come around here. I will connect to this as well, probably. Now, I've got to get down. We'll have that go down that way. Connect to that path like that. And then, I don't think I can go straight here. Nope, not without that being in the way. I don't know what's my clearance here. That's definitely not going to work. Oh, man. I don't got to chase this idiot around the desert all day. Come on. You're hungry? Well, go get something to eat. We got tons of food. It's all free. All right, fully loaded minivan, if that is your real name. Let's let that one out. And then synchronize. And then we open it. Now they can actually get into it. Yeah, I still wanted to connect this here. Otherwise, people aren't going to want to ride this quite as much. Or maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe I shouldn't worry about it. I kind of feel like I need to have this connect through the back side of this. Ah, yes. Spiral Boy in the way. It's like a really terrible superhero. What's your name? I'm Spiral Boy. Okay, what's your superpower? I don't know. All right, let's come down here. And we will just very boringly connect that. But now we have an entire loop around the map that goes past a whole bunch of roller coasters. 1776. We've already researched a ton of this stuff. I'm going to add scenery in. Why not? Let's get Mr. Bones in here. Or some sort of crazy roller coaster we don't have yet. Still no go-karts. Really? Man, I wanted go-karts. Well, we have enough big coasters now. I think we probably can get over 2,000 guests. We just have to wait. I do like all these racing coasters. That's fun. I also don't want this video to be too terribly long. So maybe they do want some other stuff. I mean, we built like one of basically every type of coaster that isn't awful. Heartline twisters aren't great. Wooden twister does give us a couple of other options. Yeah, that's another big, huge one. Did I just see Martian theming pop up? Martian object. Yeah, there you go. Volcanoes? Oh, yeah. Oh, heck yeah, let's do that. That's what you need in a fully loaded minivan is a volcano. Well, yeah, take your kid to Taco Bell and then drive on a stupid road. That's what you get. Let's do some of these. We need some of those. Did I put benches on the rest of these? I probably did not. 1852. We're getting guests in. Everybody's got the blue hat. That's funny. How'd double drop go? Okay, nobody's waiting at the station to get off. That's a good sign. I think that's about right for that. These are all working nicely. Yeah, I mean, the guest count is slowly rising. And these lines are decently full. Racing stand-up coaster is not, crazy popular, but there are people on it. 35, 39. What maximum capacity on this has got to be like 48 or something. Spiral Boy. And then, of course, fully loaded minivan seems to be doing just fine. Well, we built a lot of roller coasters. I honestly thought this was going to be kind of a boring scenario for you guys because it was just going to be super fast, but it took us an hour and 6 minutes, so I guess that's fine. We'll do the end of episode stuff now since that number just keeps going up. I appreciate you guys watching this series. I know it's not as popular as the Beavers, but I absolutely love getting to play this game. And having all of you guys who want to see it as well get excited for it. That's always fun. So, of course, the Beard Boosters are the ones who make all this possible. It's where I don't have to worry quite so much about, is YouTube going to love all these videos? We could do stuff like play RollerCoaster Tycoon in 2026, and people still can enjoy it. And those folks subsidize everything, so I don't have to have sponsors or any of that other garbage. You heard it a billion times. But it's worth bringing up. So, again, huge thanks to those folks. And now all we have to do is wait for that 2,000 to show up. And I'll time-lapse until that happens, and then we'll say goodbye. And there it goes. We managed to do it with a company value of $387,385 in a scenario where there was no money. So, make that make sense. Names on the list, and that's all she wrote. Whatever it is you're doing with the rest of your day, stay safe, have fun, and we'll see you again soon for more beavers, more roller coasters, and other fun things as well. Take care, friends. Bye-bye.